Okay, so I was tagged in a tag by Lou at Christian Faith and Fiction, and it is, as you can tell by the title, the Finally Fall book tag. So yeah, I only watched her video once and then I didn't go through the questions again. So we're gonna go into these questions somewhat unfamiliar with them and see what books we can come up with. Okay, question number 1. In autumn, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. It would be kind of fun if I could get all of these books from my favorites, which is this shelf, but I may have to go downstairs to my other books. Let's see. A vivid setting. Vivid. Let's look up the word vivid. Okay, vivid is producing powerful feelings or strong, clear images in the mind. Okay. Oh, this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Well, it could be any of these in this trilogy. The Mark of the Raven trilogy by Morgan L. Busey. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I love this trilogy, and I think the reason why this one stands out to me is because this is about dreamwalkers, and so Lady Selene of the Ravenwood house, they have the power to dreamwalk, and as far as she's known, they have used their power to essentially assassinate people and to torment people and to manipulate them. So the way that it's described when they're in the dream is extremely vivid, because like I have a complete idea of what that looks like by the way that they've described it. Now obviously, like, other people can interpret it in other ways, but for me, I have a very clear vision of what that dream state looks like. So I'm gonna go with this one. Question number 2, nature is beautiful, but also dying. I don't think it's dying. I think it's just going dormant. So, name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I struggle with the word like beautifully written, because beautiful makes me think of like flowery and exquisite, and but I think you could, is that what they mean when they want to say beautifully written, or are they trying to say it is well written, well executed? Because I think those are different. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. This is an amazing book. It is written, from the perspective of a head demon in hell, as he is trying to mentor a younger demon on how to torment humans in general, but then the different tactics you need to take to torment a non-Christian and to torment a Christian, where while they know that they've lost the soul of the Christian, of the believer, the demons and Satan know that they can take the joy out of life still. And so that's kind of the dynamic. It's written through letters between this head demon and his mentee. And it's a very powerful book. I highly recommend this one. And I think I'm gonna say that it is beautifully written in the way that it is well written. And the heavy topic being demonic forces and how that manifests in our life, how that is a real presence. And the tactics that Satan uses. Somewhat eye-opening, so I'm gonna go with this one. Question number 3. Autumn is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. A nonfiction book. So that's over here. I'm gonna be blurry for a minute. That taught you something new. I feel like all nonfiction teaches you something new if it's well written, and these are my favorites, so as far as I'm concerned, these are all well written. I really want to go, I don't have it right now because my sister is borrowing it. I really want to go with Unoffendable by Brent Hansen, so I'll just put up a picture. And the reason why that one sticks out the most is because it literally changed my life. And that is a whole topic for another video, but it really showed me how to not get offended so easily. Yeah, I do want to reread it. It's been a few years and I would love the refresher. Some things have been happening lately that have my initial reaction is to be offended, so yeah, I think I want to reread that one and see if that helps me cope with being offended. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Question number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. Oh, hello. The Hobbit friend group. This friend group is amazing. Like how they come together for a greater good, whether some of these people, cause they're all different species, so to speak, creature, races, I don't know. But a lot of them have prejudices, very strong prejudices and hate towards each other, and how they all come together for a purpose greater than any one of them individually, and they really learn what it means to sacrifice for someone else and what it means to see the true person and not just, put them in a broad umbrella, just to see them as an individual and to learn to love them and desire to sacrifice your well-being and what's good for you for the well-being of somebody else. And I love it. So, friend group is A+ in that book. The next one. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of autumn-colored spines. What a... Okay, are you ready? I'm sure everyone's looks mostly the same, but I'm going for, as you can tell, an orangey red theme. So there it is. Next. Autumn is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. I'll have to go see if I have anything downstairs for that. Okay, so I went downstairs and I don't believe I have a book in which someone is telling a story. And if I do, I'm not thinking of it right now. Okay, but while I went downstairs, I got my coffee from the microwave. So, next question. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. That one's easy. Let me go get it. So I had to go back downstairs to find this one. And while it's not the creepiest book I've ever read, it is weird. House by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker. The Only Way Out is In. This one is about a young couple that in the later evening their car breaks down and they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and so they walk to this house, which is the only house that they can see for a while, and they go there hoping to find some assistance or a telephone or something. And they find a family that's living here, and the family like invites them in and says they're gonna serve them a meal, and then things start happening that are very odd and peculiar. And then there's a guy that's apparently like stalking the people in the house, and he's got them trapped and they can't leave, and he's got like 3 different rules that the house guests have to abide by in order to survive the night. And yeah, pretty creepy. Okay, question number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold, rainy day. The Princess and the Goblin. Beautiful, classical, written little fairy tale, but like there's no romance, so it's not a romantic fairy tale, which I feel like most fairy tales tend to be. But anyway, this one follows Irene, Princess Irene. She lives in a world where the humans and the goblins hate each other, to the point where if goblins see a human walking around, they will capture that human and bring them back to their side, their city, their dwelling, and torture them. So like everybody knows about this feud between the two, and so the king has kind of imprisoned Princess Irene into the castle out of love. Like he's afraid for her, that if she were to ever come across a goblin, she'd be gone. So it's for her own good. And so one day when she's just roaming around the castle, because that's basically all she can do, she comes across this room that she's never seen, and inside the room is a woman she's never met, and they have this really peculiar conversation. And then this woman tells her that she's Princess Irene's great-great-grandmother. And then Princess Irene, later on, when she goes to tell her nursemaid and her father, the king, about this woman in this house, they have no idea what she's talking about. And then we also get to see inside the goblins area and to how they live, because they have captured a human boy. His name is Curdy, and that whole storyline it's a really funny book and so sweet. I love this, and I think everyone should read it, so read it. Next. Question 9. Autumn returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. Well, I would say The Hobbit, because I really want to read The Lord of the Rings this winter, but I already used it. So, an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon would probably be actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm really in the mood to reread this one. I remember very vaguely what it's about, and I know it always reminded me of Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, but a little bit different. And so I think I'm gonna read this one. Like now-ish. Yeah, how about this one? Yeah, so this one, she is an 8th African, and she had married a white man, and they had a baby, but her husband died, and she is being pursued by her mother's slave owner. And so when she gets remarried to this man, who I think they are just marrying for her sake so that like she's safe, the slave owner somehow, I don't know if he finds a way to get her back or something. It has to do with that. And I remember reading this one a few times and I very much enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna read this one again. Next question. Autumn is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Just a second. This is my hoodie that my hubby bought for me. What was it, for Christmas or for my birthday? Can't remember. But anyway, this is like the blanket hoodie that you see advertised everywhere. And so it's just super cozy and I love wearing this. It's not flattering to a person's figure, but... And the next question, or the last question, is spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. So I'm gonna switch it up and try to tag some people that I haven't tagged before. I'm gonna tag Beck at Beckle Books. I'm gonna tag Felicia at Little Prairie Library. And I'm gonna tag Mary at Happily Ever Esh. So you three ladies, let me know in the comments below when you have made your video, and yeah, then we can all go and watch your videos as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tag. Thank you again to Lou for tagging me. This was fun. So I hope you guys have a lovely day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!